Just a little quick vibe. Could have made it a thing fast. I was about to. But realizing that voodoo, all those different things, the the only reason why, because there is an energy of where uh some aspects of voodoo got hit by negative karma, let's say, because again, you got positive or negative karma. Neither one wrong or right. It's just again different polarities of the spectrum. But realizing that, the root to where things shifted to where tapping into that ancestral energy and tapping into that magic, like where it got twisted was when we started doing the work from a place of, you know, the illusion of separation, and basically, like, instead of like, again, say for instance, for a love spell, like that should be a self-love spell. Like the moment when our practice went from, again, like doing the inner work and trying to externalize it, whereas like instead of doing a self-love spell, you're trying to do a spell to manipulate somebody else's energy to try to love you, you know what I'm saying? And hence why a lot of people may be dealing with this right now, where they constantly in this lesson loop of dealing. We all got our own different types of little loops, so no good, bad, right, or wrong, you know. But some of us may be going through that lesson loop of, again, like trying to hold on to these certain traditions of doing root work for people and stuff like that, when it's not about, again, like it's about self empowerment. I'm not trying to have you keep coming to me to try to put a spell on somebody down the street, or my coworker doing this, I need a spell for that. Like, you need a spell for yourself. You need to again, our inner universe creates our outer universe, and I feel like, that's the aspect that got diluted, where the work started to go into focusing on doing something to something external instead of doing internal work, and realizing and staying with the realization of always remembering that our inner universe creates our outer universe. And if I want to change something outside of me, I have to change something within me. If I want a relationship, I'm not going uh and again, and as I said, I want to say this carefully, because you can use period blood and sex and all these different things, you know what I'm saying, for magical reasons. But again, not to the aspect of externalizing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, if you want somebody to love you, you're not gonna do no love thing where you put something in the food or do, like, no, you gonna love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you could, write out like all the different aspects you would, you know love to see in your mate, in your companion, or whoever it is you're looking to link with. You could write all the qualities that you would like, and not on no build a bear, or like trying to, like fine tune, and like basically like you're going on a build a bear website and building the person you want to be with. But like put out into the universe, like, hey, I would like for this person to be into occult information, like I'm into occult information. Like you could write those things out, put that intention, and again work on the self love. You know what I'm saying? That's where the rose quartz come in. You know, self love, rose quartz, mangano calcite, uh, rhodonite. You know, most of the pink crystals in general, but again, it's self love we're working on. And back to, again, like the main aspect of what I'm speaking on, that's where things shifted. And this is the blueprint for all beings in this reality. Like, all right, that was the aspect dealing with, voodoo, Santeria, Yoruba, and dealing with that aspect. And then in Ethiopia, the reason why, some negative karma came back around on Ethiopia. And again, I don't recall any literature speaking on this. This is my own, again, like my own aha moment. I think it was during a DMT trip or meditation or something. But basically, like, their karma come from being the first to introduce things in a religious manner. You know what I'm saying? They, I feel like maybe some of the people from Kush slash Ethiopia may be reincarnations of some beings from Kemet from the 18th dynasty, who again, instead of embodying the wholeness of being and the wholeness of understanding our universe, in the 18th dynasty, they took things and say, oh, we, instead of you know connecting with everything, we're gonna worship just the sun. So we just connecting with just the sun, and not only that, and if you're not worshiping the sun, we're gonna, push you out of our community. You're not, you're basically wrong or the devil if you're not worshiping the sun. You know what I'm saying? And again, that trickles down into, the sun becomes, you know, again, Jesus and the biblical stories. Because what happens during December 20, December before December 25th is the darkest days, of the year. The three darkest days of the year is right before December 25th. So again, going into that darkness, and on the 25th is the first day where the sun is going to start to shine more. From December 25th on until again until the solstice, where then the sun will start to go down. And again, uh, in April, that's when the sun is resurrected. Is when the sun is about to be out more. You know what I'm saying? But that's again like uh, and again back to the situation with the Ethiopian aspect, where again like things were taken out of the context of understanding, you know, the concepts of the universe as a whole, and started to, you know, only focus on certain aspects. But again, with the Ethiopian aspect, it was more so again of like taking it and making it like super religious instead of like really understanding the concepts. It turned into, a religion. You know what I'm saying? That took it out of its, you know, again, just natural state of being. In the form of again, all these things are for us to tap into. Is not one aspect of our being that's wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? Again, because a negative situation could be right for us. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I fucking popped too many pills and fell asleep outside my car laying in my throw up, that could be looked at as a bad situation, but I could also look at it as good, because after that moment, I started to realize to get my life together. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it wasn't for, you know, again, seeing so much oppression and my freedom being played on in every constant moment, I wouldn't be inspired to to take actions that align with connecting with my freedom and helping everybody else to connect with their freedom. If I was, if I didn't go through, the vibe of feeling or seeing oppression, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all valid, but again, just that vibe been coming up, as far as like us clearing karma, and a lot of people kind of still may be in those loops of like, like doing work for people, like where you might, cause that's why I never resonate with me. And I think about being, at Coyote Moon working there, and some people come in looking for spells to do stuff, or like to work on somebody else. And that's why, I would I wouldn't be able to really talk to them unless they was ready to receive that it all starts with you. It's not doing nothing to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? We could interface with an altar and certain crystals and external things to help us as tools to do the inner work. But again, it all starts within. So, again, this may be for whoever may be still possibly doing root work in the old sense of it, to have that awareness that maybe you want to switch it up. And again, we creating self empowerment. I don't want you to keep coming knocking on my door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be just as great as me someday, because one day I might be able to learn something from you, or you could help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like, we not trying to be like the doctors. We breaking out of that.